Princess Beatrice and Eugenie trapped by their parents' Epstein scandal fallout, the untold royal struggle. Welcome back to Crown Chronicles, your royal destination for everything majestic, mysterious, and at times, scandalous, within the British monarchy. Before we dive into today's captivating royal drama, don't forget to subscribe to Crown Chronicles and tap that notification bell, so you never miss a moment of royal truth, glamour, and controversy. Now, let's talk about two royal sisters who never asked for the spotlight that came their way, yet found themselves at the center of one of the monarchy's most challenging storms. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, the daughters of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, have long been known for their grace, warmth, and humility. But now, their parents' past connections to the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein have left them trapped in a web of scandal and shame that threatens to shadow their futures forever. The York sisters, born into privilege, caught in scandal. Beatrice and Eugenie were born into a world of privilege and expectation, a royal household blessed with titles, luxury, and access to the most powerful circles in Britain. But from the beginning, life wasn't all fairy tales. Their parents, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, separated when the girls were very young. The divorce was messy, the headlines relentless. But even after the split, the girls remained close to both parents, and that closeness would one day put them in an impossible position. For years, the York sisters worked hard to carve out identities of their own. Beatrice became a respected figure in finance and tech, while Eugenie found her passion in art and philanthropy, becoming a champion for modern causes like anti-slavery and environmental awareness. But no matter how far they went in their personal lives, the shadow of their father's scandal loomed larger than ever. The Epstein connection. When the royal image collapsed. It all began when Prince Andrew's longtime friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced financier and convicted sex offender, became public knowledge. The backlash was instant and intense. Photos emerged, stories resurfaced, and questions started pouring in. How deep was Andrew's relationship with Epstein? What did he know? And how could a senior member of the royal family be linked to such a monstrous figure? The 2019 BBC interview, infamously dubbed the car crash interview, was meant to clear the air. Instead, it did the exact opposite. Andrew's comments, including his now notorious claim that he didn't sweat, left the public stunned and angry. In the aftermath, the Duke of York was stripped of his royal duties, forced into the background, and eventually lost his HRH status. But while the world's eyes focused on Andrew, his daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, became the collateral damage of a scandal they had no part in. Beatrice and Eugenie, innocent yet condemned. Imagine being in their shoes, royal by birth, loyal by nature, yet powerless against the wave of public opinion. Beatrice and Eugenie have always been close to their father. They stood by him during the worst of the media storm, offering quiet support when nearly everyone else turned away. Yet that loyalty came at a painful cost. Public appearances with their father sparked outrage. Invitations to royal events became politically delicate. Even their professional achievements were often overshadowed by their family name. Behind palace walls, sources whispered that the sisters felt trapped, torn between defending their father and preserving their own reputations. They loved him. But they also knew that being associated with him was becoming increasingly damaging. The Duchess factor. Fergie's role in the fallout. And then there's their mother, Sarah Ferguson. Fergie, once a bright, vivacious royal, has also faced her share of controversies. Her financial troubles and questionable associations have been tabloid fuel for decades. But what truly reignited public anger was her repeated praise for Epstein, calling him a kind and generous friend, even after his reputation had been destroyed. It didn't matter that she later apologized and claimed she was manipulated, the damage was done. And again, Beatrice and Eugenie were left to deal with the aftermath. Together, their parents' missteps painted an unflattering picture that no amount of royal charm could erase. The public backlash and silent strength. Through it all, Beatrice and Eugenie have remained remarkably poised. They've chosen not to speak publicly about the Epstein scandal, refusing to fan the flames or add to the controversy. Instead, they've focused on family, charity, and motherhood. Beatrice, now married to Edoardo Mapelli-Mazzi, is a devoted stepmother and mom. Eugenie, married to Jack Brooksbank, is known for her loving, grounded family life. Behind the scenes, they continue to support causes close to their hearts, from children's welfare to environmental preservation. But the truth is, no matter how much good they do, the ghosts of their parents' past still haunt them. Their father's disgrace and their mother's misjudgments have left scars that can't easily fade, not in a world where royal reputation is everything. The royal dilemma: blood, loyalty, and reputation. Beatrice and Eugenie's situation highlights one of the deepest conflicts within the royal family: loyalty versus image. Should they distance themselves from their father to protect their own names? Or should they stand by him, honoring the unbreakable bond of family? So far, they've chosen compassion over condemnation. They still visit Prince Andrew at Royal Lodge, share family holidays, and are often seen together at private gatherings. But experts say this loyalty could continue to limit their public roles within the monarchy. Despite being blood royals and the king's nieces, they remain largely excluded from key royal duties, partly due to the fallout from their father's scandal. The future of the York sisters. As King Charles reshapes the monarchy into a slimmed-down version, Beatrice and Eugenie's roles hang in the balance. They may never hold full-time royal positions, but they've managed to redefine what it means to be a modern royal, balancing normal life, work, and family, all while navigating immense public pressure. In a way, that's their quiet triumph. They've turned pain into purpose, scandal into strength, and silence into dignity. While their parents' reputations may be tarnished, Beatrice and Eugenie have proven that resilience runs deep in royal blood. Final thoughts. The Epstein scandal was never their fault. Yet its shadow still lingers over their names, shaping how the public perceives them. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are more than victims of circumstance, they are women rebuilding their family's image, one act of grace at a time. And perhaps, in the long arc of royal history, that quiet dignity will speak louder than any scandal ever could. What do you think? Should Beatrice and Eugenie publicly distance themselves from their parents, or is family loyalty the right path? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this royal deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video from Crown Chronicles, where the truth behind the crown is always one click away.